Alright, it's going to be a quick tutorial on how to add the new power system to the multiplayer zombie survival template and the perk system. So basically combining all three assets from the Unreal Engine Marketplace together into one system. It's going to be pretty easy. If you look here in the content browser, I already have the zombie template here, perk system here, and the power system here. And I'm going to go ahead and assume that you've already watched my YouTube tutorial here on how to make the perks purchasable with the multiplayer zombie survival template. Meaning when you go into the game and you walk up to a perk machine, you can it tells you to purchase the perk with X amount of points. So now we're going to go ahead and do the power system where the perk machines and anything else you want will not be purchasable until the power switch is turned on. So to do that, what we're going to do is we got to make you drag in the power switch. So we go to power system, blueprints, and you just drag the BP master power switch into your level, wherever you want it. And then we're also going to open it up. And we got to get this working with the multiplayer zombie template right now. By default, it has a demo interaction system. We want to go to the class settings and use the interaction interface, which is part of the zombie template. Compile, save, and then we're going to right click and do the interaction, and we're going to add the event start interaction and use this one instead. And this is what actually turns on the power here. We're going to drag this over and use this one instead. So let's see. By default, it's can't activate true or false. We'll go ahead and just jump through all of the hoops and get this thing working just like everything else. So I'm going to go ahead and open up something like the door blueprint. So if you find the door blueprint, which is in HGT, blueprints, doors, open up the door. You can see that we have a box for the trigger. We're going to do something similar, so I'm just going to copy the door trigger, copy, and go back over to the master power switch, and we'll just paste this into here. And let's just get it in front of the power switch. This will be when players walk up to the power switch, it'll trigger this overlap event, and it'll tell them to turn the power on, off, or whatever you want it to say. Alright, then we're going to need some overlap events. So, begin. And then you have to re-click the door trigger and click on end overlap. And then it'll create these two events for us. And I'm just going to copy the same ones from the door blueprint. So inside the door blueprint, I'm just going to copy all of this logic. And you could probably just copy this, this logic as well. The start interaction. And yeah, I think that should do it. So copy that. We'll go to the power switch. Actually, I might not need these two if I'm just pasting them. I can just paste them in. Nah, I need them. Yeah, so keep those. Paste in all these nodes. Drag this up like this. Connect them together. And then actor goes into here. Other actor, other actor. So now we have a begin overlap, end overlap. Compile, save. Gonna give us a few little things here. We don't need a pickup time. Plug that in. We don't need this pickup time. Connect that back up. And we don't need points. Stuff like that. Or can't afford. Yeah, really all we need is this part. Move this over. So we have, trying to make it where you can see. We have it where you overlap. It says activate the hint strings, which is the text that pops up on your screen. And then you gotta set the hint string and stuff here. So we just need to delete this part just type in whatever hint string you want. You can promote this to a variable if you want, so you can edit it, but I'm just going to say press F to toggle power switch, like something like that. And then when you end overlap, you want to clear the hint string, which is what that does. And then let's see. This is the event down here that we're going to use up here at the top, this one. So let's just take these two nodes that we made earlier, drag them down here so we can use them. And what I want to do is I'm going to plug in the can activate into this, and person who activated will go into, it doesn't, you don't need that one. So basically just like this. The can activate goes into the first branch. You don't need to do a branch for a forwarding power because it's free to turn on power. You don't need the set normancy thing. You don't need that. All you have to do is just can activate, if true, toggle power. Okay, so that should give us a rough working prototype here. Let's go see. Press F to toggle power switch. But I think it's running a lot of those. So let's go ahead and come down in here. Can activate if true, and we're going to just do a do once. So you'll only be able to toggle the power once. And make sure that works. And then we're going to go through multiple ways that you might want to have this set up. So right now, it only flips once. Power's on. You can never turn it on again since it's using that do once. But then, as you can see, all this is on. So there might be a case where maybe you want to be able to toggle it on and off. So you might have to do something like maybe a Boolean, or what if we did a Boolean like can only be used once, question mark. And then you come over here on the details and you want an instant editable expose on spawn. And then inside your level, maybe you have different levels, and this one, you go to the details panel when you select your power switch, and you would click the can only be used once, true, save that. And then inside of here is where you would do a branch and plug in the can only be used once. And then you can move this over to like this. So if this is true, then you're just going to do a do once, toggle the power. If false, then you would just plug it directly in, but you don't want it to trigger a bunch of times. So you would do something like maybe maybe do once, then you would toggle this, and then a delay of say 3 seconds, and then after 3 seconds, well, 2 seconds, or yeah, then you can reset it like so, which would let you reuse it again. It's just saying, this is just to giving you a rough way of multiple situations. So, for example, this one right here, if I check this box, it can only be flipped once. If you uncheck it, you can flip it on and off. And we have like a 2-second delay, so you should be able to flip it. 1, 2, flip it. 1, 2, flip it. If you spam it, nothing happens until the 2 seconds are up. So, that's how we got the power switch working now. Now, let's get the actual stuff that you want to power. So this would be something like doors or perk machines. So if we open up the perk machine, like I said that we did in the video here, how to make a perk machine purchasable. Open one of those up, and what I did is I went over here, added the component. You type in power component, and then you add the BP power component here. Then you go into the the class settings, and under interfaces you click on add, type in power interface, and I already have it added so it doesn't show up for me, but here it is. You add that power interface, then you hit compile and save. Then you right click inside the event graph and type in event power event, and it's right here. So it adds this event right here. What I did was I added a branch and plugged in the is power on into the condition. And as you can see in here, I have a rectangular light. It's just a little pinkish red light, and I turn it on and off based on if the power is on or off. So if the power is on, I unhide it, and then I don't even need this event begin play. I can just set the rectangular light to hidden in game, true, save. Alright, so now the light's hidden by default until the power is turned on. And when it's turned on, it unhides it, and when the power is turned off, it hides the light again. So that's a simple way of turning the light on and off based on the power. And the actual like hint strings, when you walk up to a perk, you want it to say it needs power, need to turn on the power first or something like that. You find the begin overlap for the trigger and come down here to the end, and let's see, it's right here, right before the set hint string. So there's a part where you get the widget reference, and then there's a set the hint string. I just added a branch here, and you can see if you just drag the BP power component into the level like this, then drag off of it and type in is power on, you can get is power on just like this, and plug that directly into the condition of the branch, and then you have a simple little true false. So if the power's on, set the hint string to whatever you want, and if the power's off, then you set the hint string to, in this case I put needs power. So I can just say like turn power on first with an exclamation point. And then the normal hint string is your usual hint string, which says, you know, like press F to purchase this perk for this amount of points, which is explained in the other video. So that's pretty much it for that part. And then down here where you actually buy the perk, when you press the button and you buy it, if the power is on, then it'll let you buy the perk. So you just go down to the buy perk and plug this in off the true. So compile, save, we go to test. I go to buy a perk. It says, oh, I'm pressing F right now. It won't let me buy it. I can't buy any of the perks. Tell me to turn on power. You come over here, press F to toggle power switch. It's on. It lets me buy a perk now. Cha-ching. And then let's say I want to, let's buy another one just for the heck of it. Then I turn the power back off, and I can't buy any more perks. I'm pressing F, it won't let me. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty cool, pretty simple. Could show you in 2-player that it works for 2-player. I'll put the server on the left, put the client on the right. Get them both over here where they can see. Client goes to buy a perk. It won't let him. I press an F. He can turn the power on. You can see it replicates for everyone. I can purchase perks now. Let's say the server turns the power back off. I can't buy any perks anymore, and vice versa. Buy a perk. And now the server can't buy. So, pretty simple. So that's pretty much how you set it up with the power system, with the zombie template and the perk machines. It's the same process for anything else that you want to add power to, or doors, or lights, or anything else. So thanks for watching.